You've probably heard the buzz. Google is getting ready to release the Pixel 10, and it's already one of the most talked about smartphones of 2025. This year is special because it marks a full decade since the first Pixel launched, and Google seems ready to make a statement. With some major improvements and a few unexpected changes, the Pixel 10 is shaping up to be a phone worth talking about. So, what exactly is new, and what might make you pause before upgrading? First up, there's a brand new chip inside, Google's Tensor G5. This chip is a big deal because it's the first one completely made by Google, from start to finish. Built using a 3nm process by TSMC, the Tensor G5 should bring faster speeds and better power efficiency. That means smoother performance and longer battery life. However, being the first chip of its kind, there might be some rough edges early on, which is something to keep in mind. Another notable change is in the camera setup. For the first time, the regular Pixel 10, not just the Pro model, is expected to come with a telephoto lens. If you enjoy taking zoomed-in shots without losing quality, this could be great news. Reports say it might be the same 11-megapixel sensor used in the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, which could offer clear zoom photos on a base model for the first time, but not everything is moving forward. The main camera might take a small step back. Rumors suggest that Google could replace last year's sensor with Samsung's GN8 sensor, which isn't quite as powerful. This change could bring the Pixel 10's camera performance closer to what we saw in the Pixel 9a, rather than the more premium Pixel 9. The ultra-wide camera may also be downgraded, with the Sony IMX7-on2 sensor making a return instead of the newer IMX858. These choices hint that Google might be saving its best camera hardware for the higher-end Pro versions this year. That said, where Google is really pushing ahead is with artificial intelligence. The Pixel 10 is expected to include several AI-powered features that aim to make everyday tasks easier and more creative. Tools like Video Generative ML will allow smarter video edits, while Speak to Tweak lets you adjust photos using just your voice. There's also something called Sketch to Image, which transforms rough drawings into realistic-looking pictures. All of these features will be powered by the new Tensor chip, showing how much focus Google is placing on AI this year. Another subtle but meaningful improvement is coming to the screen. If you're someone who gets eye strain from screen flickering, this will matter to you. Google might be increasing the Pixel 10's PWM, pulse width modulation rate, to around 492 Hz, compared to the Pixel 9's 240 Hz. A higher PWM rate means the screen will flicker less, which is easier on the eyes, especially for those who are sensitive to it. Is Huawei about to launch a phone with a 200-megapixel periscope camera? A new leak says that Huawei might be testing one of the most powerful smartphone zoom cameras ever. If true, this could change the way we think about mobile photography, especially for people who love to zoom in without losing detail. According to a trusted source on Weibo, Huawei is testing a 200-megapixel periscope telephoto lens. While the leak didn't name Huawei directly at first, it's now being reported that the company is seriously considering this upgrade for its future flagship phones. The lens in question isn't just about big numbers, it has real benefits. With a periscope camera, phones can zoom much farther than normal without using digital tricks that lower quality. This new 200-megapixel sensor is said to offer between 3 times to 10 times optical zoom. That means you could take a close-up shot of a mountain far away and still get incredible detail. Huawei has done this before. The older P40 Pro Plus already had a 10 times optical zoom camera, and it was praised for its sharpness and clarity. Now it looks like the company might be ready to take things even further with the upcoming Mate 80 series. That said, don't expect this new camera to arrive immediately. Huawei is about to release its Pura 80 series in June, and it's unlikely. The new lens will be ready in time. Since testing seems to have just begun, the first phone with this lens will probably be part of the Mate 80 Ultra or another high-end model later this year. The leak also suggests that only the most expensive version, likely the Ultra or top-tier variant, will get the 200-megapixel camera. Other models in the same lineup might not get the upgrade and may instead feature simpler lenses or even a small screen on the back depending on the model. There's another reason Huawei might be thinking about this big move. Rival companies like Xiaomi and Vivo are already offering phones with 200-megapixel cameras, such as the Xiaomi 15 Ultra and the Vivo X200 Pro. Huawei might not want to fall behind in this competition, especially in the premium phone market. Still, nothing is official yet. Huawei hasn't confirmed any of these leaks, and plans can always change during testing. But it does raise expectations for what's next from the company, and it shows that Huawei is still trying to push boundaries, especially when it comes to camera tech. It's also worth remembering that Huawei has often been one of the first to bring advanced camera features to smartphones. From periscope zoom to large sensors, the company has led the way in making phones that can almost match pro cameras in certain situations. If this new 200-megapixel lens becomes a reality, it would be another big step in that direction. For now, we'll just have to wait and see if these leaks turn out to be true. But one thing is clear: smartphone cameras are getting more powerful than ever, and Huawei isn't backing down. If you found this update useful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll keep bringing you the latest news, leaks, and updates from the tech world, especially about camera, phones, foldables, and flagship launches. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Can OnePlus really beat all other flagship phones with just one feature? Well, if these new leaks are true, the OnePlus 15 might just do that, with a battery that blows every other phone out of the water. While the OnePlus 15 is still a few months away, the first big details are already here. And the most surprising one? It's the battery. According to a well-known and usually reliable tipster, the OnePlus 15 could come with a battery that's over $7,000 mAh. That's way more than what you get in most flagship phones today, which usually sit around 4,500 to 5,000 mAh. This massive battery could make it the longest-lasting high-end phone on the market. But that's not all. The phone is also expected to support 100-watt fast charging, both wired and wireless. So even with that huge battery, you won't be stuck waiting hours for it to charge. Just plug it in or place it on a wireless charger, and you'll be ready to go again in no time. Power isn't the only area where OnePlus seems to be going big. The OnePlus 15 is also rumored to come with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 processor, which hasn't been announced yet but is expected to be the next big upgrade in mobile performance. That means the OnePlus 15 could be just as fast, or faster, than anything from Samsung, Apple, or Xiaomi. The phone is also expected to have a flat 6.78-inch LTPO display with a 1.5K resolution and ultra-thin bezels. This setup could offer smoother performance with lower power consumption, helping that huge battery last even longer. Design-wise, it may feature a fiberglass back, keeping the phone light and thin despite the massive battery inside. OnePlus is also likely adding some premium touches like an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner, IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistance, and a new 09116 vibration motor for better haptics. As for the camera, early leaks suggest a triple 50-megapixel camera system. That would include a main sensor, an ultra-wide lens, and a periscope-style telephoto camera with up to 3x optical zoom. It's still too early to say how good the photos will be, but OnePlus has been improving its cameras steadily in recent years. Now, there's one catch. The OnePlus 15 is expected to launch in China first around October, while the global release might not happen until early 2026. That delay could be frustrating for international fans who are eager to try out the phone, but it also means OnePlus might be using the extra time to fine-tune the global version. In terms of competition, OnePlus 15 is shaping up to be one of the most powerful Android flagships of the year, right up there with the upcoming Xiaomi 16. The real question is whether Samsung will stick with Qualcomm's new chip for the Galaxy S26 or go with its own Exynos processor in some markets. Either way, if battery life is something you care about,